Right, today we're gonna watching a kid, 15-year-old kid or whatever, that turned into a millionaire. And I hope you guys will like it and subscribe, like, if you want the money tomorrow. Smack that like button. And I hope you guys like it. And yeah, let's go back to our video.
Hey, I'm Alex,
Hi,
and in
Alex.
this video, I'm going to tell you how I became one of the richest people on Earth, even though I
Okay.
was only a stupid teenager. It all started with me
Okay.
being obsessed about history and archaeology. By the time
What?
I was 12, I had probably read more than 100 books on those topics. So you can imagine how excited I was when my dad gave me a metal detector for Christmas. I immediately grabbed a shovel and ran into our forest here in Poland. It took me less than 4 hours to dig up my
Really?
first treasure. It was a rusted
Okay.
machine gun from the Second World War.
Are you sure?
After I did some research, I learned
Wait,
that it was a
Second World War happened in the
PPD-40 and
Philippines.
used by the Soviet Union
Like,
during
right
World War
here.
II.
Yeah.
Of course, my mom was shocked when I showed it to her, but my dad laughed and said it was cool, and he encouraged me to continue my hobby.
Okay.
Well, that's exactly what I did for the next few years.
Okay.
Whenever I had free time, I would wander through our beautiful forest searching for new treasures. And after a year, I had my first big discovery.
What is?
It was a very old helmet. I
What is
immediately took it to a museum in our city for an
So,
inspection.
did you get money?
When they saw it, their eyes lit up. But
Okay.
then they took the helmet away from me and said that archaeological treasures found in Poland belonged to the state. To be honest, I'm not sure if what they said was true, but I felt like they had stolen my helmet from me. That
Oh.
day, I swore to myself that the next time I found a treasure, I would keep it to myself and sell it on the black
Yeah,
market.
that's what I do.
Because, as I later found out, the helmet I had found was worth at least 20,000 US dollars. It was a Roman auxiliary helmet in a really good condition. And recently, a similar helmet was
Oh God.
sold for
If I was that, I would-
300,000
If I was that, I
USD.
would keep that.
So you can imagine how angry I was, especially because the helmet was never displayed in that museum, which means they had probably sold my helmet on the black market to get rich themselves.
Man,
For the
I hope
next
that
few
kid will
years,
get
I had
100%.
little to no luck. I mean,
Well,
yeah, I
well,
found
there's a
hundreds of
buzzer in there
grenades
that
and
could
rusty
get
machine
money.
guns, but
You know
none
what
of
I
them
mean?
had any value. It was 2 days after my 15th birthday when my metal detector started beeping like crazy. And it wasn't just beeping at one point, but it was beeping over an area of at least 2 square meters.
Whoa.
I wasn't sure what was laying under me, but I knew it was something very big. So I took my shovel and started
Wait,
digging.
is it just stuck in the
I
back?
remember hitting against something. At first, I was
Is it the
scared.
treasure?
It could have
Is it
been a
the treasure?
mine, but I could feel that it wasn't metallic. After a few more seconds of digging, I realized that it was a big pot. It was
Oh my
very
God.
big and heavy and kinda ugly. Why was my
You
metal
can't say that
detector been
it's
beeping
ugly,
if there
but
wasn't
if you
any
look
metal?
inside, maybe
It took me a
there's
few
money
seconds
in
to
there.
realize that something
Yeah.
was
You know what I
inside the
mean?
pot.
If you
So,
open it,
I started pulling the dirt out of the opening of the pot. It didn't take long. I saw something golden. And trust me, I had waited years to find something golden. It were
Oh,
coins.
told
Lots
you.
of coins.
I told you.
Too many
there's
coins for me
money
to
in there.
carry. I looked around to see if someone had followed me or seen my treasure, but no one was there. So I took one coin with me and put the rest
Okay.
back into the hole and
Okay,
filled
why?
it with dirt again.
Okay.
When I arrived home, I immediately showed my dad the gold coin I'd found. I
That
told him
looked
there were
like a
many
coin
more,
prop,
and
you
a
know
big
what I mean?
smile appeared on his face.
Oh.
He asked, "How many?" And I said, "More than I could count." We decided
Okay.
to go back the
I
following
think
morning.
I can count that.
But this time I
If you keep
realized
it
that it
down,
wasn't just
you know what I
one
mean?
pot full of gold coins, but that there were several pots under the ground, right next to each
You
other.
are gonna get
It were
rich.
7 big pots in total. After we
Okay.
had brought all of them to our home, we counted a little more than 10,000 gold coins. We had
That's
no
so
idea
many.
how much they were worth, but we definitely knew we were rich. However, I made one big mistake.
What is
I
it?
should have never asked my dad for help. He turned out to be a selfish monster. Because the
Okay.
next morning when I woke up to take another look at my treasure, it was gone. I
Okay.
immediately asked my dad where the coins had gone, and he told me he had taken them away so I wouldn't spend them on stupid stuff. I got angry and told him those were my coins, and he had no right to take them away from me. When I offered him to share the coins 50-50, he started laughing and said, "I have raised you and I have bought you your metal detector.
Are you sure?
Therefore,
Alright,
those
never mind.
coins belong to me. Be a good boy, and I will give you a few of them someday." Oh, I wanted to attack him right then and there. But that wouldn't have helped me find my coins either. No, I needed to find out where my dad had hidden them.
Here, get in a bit.
I knew the only way my dad could have transported them was by using his car. That's why I asked several store owners in our city if I could take a look at their security cameras that were facing to the street. I told them someone had stolen my dad's car, and we were trying to find out where the thief had driven it. Everyone wanted to help and gave me access to their security camera footage. From there, it was easy to follow where my dad had driven his red Honda. Once I knew the district my dad had gone to, it immediately clicked. He had gone to my aunt. I called her up and asked if my dad had recently visited her.
Yes.
She said, yeah, he came in here at 5 a.m. in the morning. He needed to store a few boxes in my basement. Jackpot.
Yeah.
I immediately visited my aunt and told her my dad wanted me to pick up his boxes again. Then I ordered a taxi and brought the coins into a cheap hotel. I took one coin with me and went to a pawn shop. I asked how much it was worth, and the guy looked shocked. He asked me who had given it to me. But I knew it was better to not give him any information, so instead I asked him again, how much will you pay me for it? He took a closer look and told me it was a Roman gold coin and in perfect condition.
Okay.
When he said he was willing to pay 15,000 US dollars for this single coin, I almost fainted.
God.
But I tried to stay cool, even though I had 10,000 more of these coins laying around in my cheap hotel.
Okay.
What if someone broke into my room and stole them from me? I took the $15,000 and ran back to my hotel.
Okay.
Luckily, my coins were still there.
Okay.
I
don't leave your
immediately
money.
ordered a taxi and drove to Warsaw, the capital of Poland. There, I checked into a luxury hotel where I was safe from my dad and thieves.
I should leave.
All that happened a few years ago, and I haven't seen my dad since. I've sold all my 10,000 coins for a total of $50 million to several private collectors. And I even found a legal loophole so I wouldn't have to pay any taxes.
Okay.
Today, I'm 18 and living on Ibiza. I'm mostly partying and having fun. But I also offered my mom to leave Dad and start a new life with me. However, she said she wouldn't leave my dad because she loved him too much. Well, I'm sorry, but that's her problem. As long as she lives with my dad, I won't give her a single penny.